Eventually, Kala was married to Suchata, a sister to Visakha, the chief female patron of the Buddha. Suchata was very proud of herself. She was the sister to the wealthy Visakha and the daughter-in-law of the wealthy Anathapindika. Instead of following in their footsteps and giving charity and being virtuous, she was instead proud and haughty. She abused the servants and spread fear and hostility everywhere she went. One day, during a food offering for the Buddha and his Sangha, Suchata could be heard yelling and screaming at some servants. The Buddha noticed this and asked for her to be summoned. Once Suchata arrived and found a seat, the Buddha asked her, "Suchata, there are 7 kinds of wives. Which one do you wish to be?" Suchata, confused, asked, "My lord, I do not know what you mean. Please explain." The first type of wife is one who is unfeeling and loves other men while despising her husband. For he who with wealth has gained her, she would even seek to kill. Such a wife is a slayer. Whatever her husband gets through hard work or trade, she tries to take some for herself. Such a wife is a thief. The slothful glutton who is bent on being lazy, a woman rude and fierce with rough speech. To the man who supports her, she dominates. Such a wife is known as a tyrant. The wife who always cares for her husband, with sympathy, like a mother for her son, who carefully guards his wealth, such a wife is known as a mother. The wife who holds her husband in high regards, as a younger sister holds the eldest born, who humbly serves her husband's every wish, such a wife is known as a sister. The wife who is happy to see her husband, like friends who meet after a long time away, who is virtuous, devoted to her husband, such a wife is known as a friend. Free of any anger, afraid of punishment, the wife who deals with her husband with a patient heart, without grudges, obeys his every wish. Such a wife is known as a handmaid. The slayer, the tyrant, or the thief, such wives upon their death are bound for hellish rebirths and misery. But wives like the mother, sister, friend, and handmaid, upon their death are destined for happiness and pleasing rebirths. Of these 7 types of wives a man may have, which of them are you, Suchata? Suchata, deeply moved by the words of the Buddha, was ashamed of how she acted. Through her contemplation, she became a Sotapanna. She then made an Atitana, resolving to be a handmaid wife for her husband. Afterwards, the Buddha and the monks returned to the Chetavana monastery. There, the monks talked amongst themselves and said, "By only one teaching, the Buddha was able to tame the bad wife and help elevate her to the level of Sotapanna. How marvelous! How splendid!" The Buddha then said, "Monks, this is not the first time that I have tamed Suchata by a single admonition." After the monk's request, the Buddha told the story of the past. Once upon a time, when Brahmadatta reigned in Benares, the Bodhisattva was born as a son of the king's chief consort. When the Bodhisattva grew up, he received an education at the world-famous school Takasila, and after the death of his father, he became king and ruled righteously. The Bodhisattva's mother was a passionate, cruel, and mean-spirited woman. She was often found berating the servants. The Bodhisattva badly wished to admonish his mother, but he felt that a direct scolding would be too disrespectful towards the one who gave him life. While the king, his mother, and some advisors were going for a walk, they happened to see a beautiful blue jay. However, when they got near, the blue jay screeched a horrible noise. All the advisors stopped and covered their ears. What a disgusting, harsh voice! Please stop! Please stop! Not too long after that, the Bodhisattva and his retinue went to a nearby garden. There, they saw a plain cuckoo bird. However, when the cuckoo began to sing, everyone was delighted. The advisors said, "Oh, what a soft voice! What a kind, gentle voice! Please sing, cuckoo bird. Please sing for us." The Bodhisattva, noting the two situations, realized that this was a good opportunity to teach his mother by using a real-life parallel. He said, "Mother, did you notice how when the blue jay shrieked, everyone covered their ears and said, 'Please stop, please stop'? Even though the blue jay was beautiful to look at, once he opened his mouth and let forth his harsh voice, no one wanted to listen to him. However, Mother, do you remember the cuckoo bird? It was a plain black bird. However, when it opened its mouth to sing, its voice was soft and pleasant. Everyone was happy and excited to listen to every note it sang. Therefore, Mother, it is obvious, is it not? Your voice should be gentle and sweet, rather than full of anger and conceit. Once you make your voice soft and kind, imagine how many people would flock to hear you speak." The Bodhisattva's mother was ashamed that she had acted poorly. She agreed with the parallel and resolved to change her ways. She saw the danger in continuing to act rudely, and by only one lesson, the Bodhisattva was able to tame his mother. When the Buddha ended his teaching, he identified the birth by saying, "Suchata was the mother of the king of Benares, and I was the king himself." What did you learn from this story? We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads.